Welcome, Blue Star Report. I'm Brad. That right there is Dustin. And as you can see, we're changing some things up finally. We've been talking about it for a long time.
Yeah.
We're finally changing it up. We got a bunch of stuff coming. Not everything's here. So just bear with us on that. Today, we're going to talk about 12 bold predictions for the Cowboys this year. And we came up with these. And as you know, in our channel, we don't do any clickbait or any of that stuff. If you follow us, we talk about our views and we back it up with stats and facts. So that's why we don't have a whole bunch of videos. We're not going to bring a bunch of stuff from training camp that we really don't know a whole lot about, but we like to bring stuff people are interested in. So today we are going to start out with
Number 12 prediction for us. We got George Pickens leading the team in touchdowns this year, and I think that's very possible. He's a good red zone threat. He's number three, 2 or 3 in average yards per catch in the league.
yeah, he is. He is. You want to say he's like good 50-50 ball, but when it comes to Pickens, he's more like 70-30.
Yeah,
And I think at number 12, Pickens leading the team in touchdowns this year is bold, but I don't think it's as bold as what we might think. I really think that's quite possible, and it's probably what's going to end up happening. At number 11, we have Dallas's defense is going to lead the league in sacks.
very possible. Very possible.
Last year, I think they were number 3. Like they were number 3 or 4 in the league, and that was without Larson half the time. We had no what's his name was out, Lawrence. This year we got some stud pass rushers.
Yeah, Sam Williams wasn't there last year either.
Yeah,
or Fowler.
Yeah, Fowler wasn't there. Fowler was a 10+ sack guy last year. We got Ezraku, which is a stud. We're going to talk a little more about that in a minute. But at number 11, Dallas is going to lead the league in sacks.
And then we jump to number 10. We believe Kenneth Murray, linebacker, going to lead the team in tackles with 145 plus tackles this year.
Yeah, and I don't think it's a real shocker that Murray's going to lead the team in tackles. I 100% believe that's going to be. I think the big thing on this prediction is how many tackles.
Yeah.
145 is a lot of tackles. But if you watched one of our last videos, and I might put it up right here, and it talks about Eberflus's defenses. And if you go back and track all of his linebackers, they're 140, 130, 160. He has fantastic linebacker play. And I feel like at number 10, Kenneth Murray with 145 tackles leading the team. I want to say it's a safe pick that he's going to lead the team, but it's bold that it's going to be 145 plus.
Yeah. That's a lot of tackles.
Yeah. All right, number 9. This is really bold. This is a really bold one. And we also did a video about this, and I can't remember what the thumbnail looks like, but we did a video about this as well. And it's Ezraku. Is he going to be Defensive Rookie of the Year?
That's wishful thinking, but he has the talent.
He has the talent, and the thing is who he's got on the other side.
Yeah, is Parsons going to put pressure on the other side?
Yeah, and Ezraku being Defensive Rookie of the Year, that's a bold pick, but very, very possible.
Yeah,
he's a stud now. I'm telling you, he's a stud.
Yeah,
we all know that.
With 8, we got Parsons with at least 17 sacks, and I think that'll happen.
Yeah, I think that's more sacks than he's had.
Yeah,
but like we just said,
he's got on the other side.
He's got other pressure coming from other areas.
Yeah,
I really think that 17 sacks is obtainable for him this year.
Oh yeah,
he's been 13, 14, I think, never 17. I think he had 13 last year, and he was out several games.
Yeah, and he didn't have all them other, like I said, Sam Williams, Fowler, Ezraku.
Yeah.
Didn't have those people.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think that at number 8 with Micah having 17 sacks, I think that is a. I think that's a good pick. I think that's a good prediction.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yes.
At number 7, we got Lamb, and this is not real bold either.
No.
But the reason why I kind of say this is bold is because of Pickens is going to take some yards from Lamb this year, but with Lamb with 1,500 plus yards receiving.
Yeah, I think that'll happen.
I think so too. There's a lot of double teams. There's not going to be there this year for him. I think 1,500 yards plus receiving for him is a good number. I really do. I think that's a fantastic number.
Oh yeah, there's
Especially with Pickens over there. And we got more for Lamb and Pickens in another prediction here in a minute.
yeah, and number 6, we believe that even though
This is bold here.
yeah, our schedule is pretty tough after first couple of games, but 10 plus wins for the boys this year.
I think they do have a really tough schedule. They have a real tough schedule, but they had 7 wins last year, and Dak was out 9 games. Okay, so 10 wins, and we've upgraded our offense and our defense. I think we can do 10 wins.
Oh yeah,
I think that's a good bold pick. 10 wins, and if you look at what happened last year with 7 wins and half the year with missing most of our people. I mean, a lot of people. So
we struggled last year with injury bug.
bold prediction. Number 6, Dallas 10 plus wins. So at number 5, I got Dak is going to lead the league in touchdowns. Yeah, and I see the look on your face. Okay, you're thinking, yeah, maybe, but listen to me now.
He's done it before.
Well, last year he was out. The year before he did.
Yeah.
The year before last, he led the league in touchdowns, and he has a better offense behind him now than he did then.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think at number 5, Dak is going to lead the league in touchdowns this year.
Yeah, like I said, he did 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago?
It wasn't last year, year before last.
Yeah.
He led the league.
All right, and with the number 4 prediction, we got with Blue and Williams combining together for 1,700 plus rushing yards and 650 plus receiving yards.
Yeah, and the only thing about this prediction here is I feel like I like Moffa.
Yeah.
And I feel like before the end of the year is out, it's going to be Blue and Moffa in the backfield. So that might kind of stray this prediction a little bit. But if it's not Blue and Moffa and Williams stays in the full year and they're the 1-2 punch, I think 1,700 yards rushing, you're going to get. I mean, I feel like you're going to have a 1,000-yard back and a 700-yard back.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think Blue will carry the load.
I think he will.
And then the other rest of those 800 yards, whatever it is,
700 yards will come from
Williams or him and Moffa.
Yeah, and both of those guys are lethal out of the backfield when it comes to receiving.
Yeah.
So 650 may be a low number.
Yeah, if you watch one of our videos, we talked about Williams and him out of the backfield catching the ball. He had a bunch coming his way.
Yeah, he had like 50-something receptions.
Yeah.
Last year. Yeah, he's a beast out of the backfield, and Blue ain't no joke either.
No.
So, and you know how much Cowboys love to throw that little swing pass.
Yeah.
So at number 4, like Dustin said, Blue and Williams, 1,700 plus yards combined rushing, and 650 plus receiving combined. All right. At number 3, here we'll go back to Lamb and Pickens. Lamb and Pickens is going to be the best duo wide receiver in the NFL this year. And combined, they're going to have 2,500 yards between them. If you look at what we said with Lamb with 1,500 and Pickens gets 1,000, that's 2,500.
Yep.
Okay. And that's very possible. There's a couple of teams that do this, and it's very possible with Lamb and Pickens to get 2,500 between them.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's 17 and what 8 or something.
I think
but in some way or another, 2,500 plus yards receiving That's what I
I
figured.
still believe Lamb will carry the load in the most of the yards,
Yeah,
but Pickens is going to back him up and get to that 2,500 yard mark.
yeah. I feel like that's absolutely 100%. I like what C.D. Lamb said in one of his little interviews where he said, we don't have a 1 and 2 receiver. We have a one. If you look over there, you see a number one. And if you look over there, you see another one. Okay. And that's true.
Yeah.
Okay. So Pickens, in practically his whole career, he goes up against number one corners. And he's done his damage on number one corners. Defenses aren't going to have that option this year.
No.
They can't put their number one corner on Pickens because Lamb will go nuts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and that is what it is on that. I promise you.
Pickens ain't never had a quarterback as good as Dak.
No, I don't care. There's a lot of people out there that don't like Dak, but I'm telling you right now, he's a lot better than the quarterbacks that Pickens has had in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But number 2 prediction, I think this one's kind of bold. Maybe, I don't know.
It's a little bold.
Sam Williams, Parsons, Fowler, and Ezraku, 3 of the 4 will have 10 plus sacks.
I don't think that's bold at all. I think that's going to be spot on. Well, I almost put on that prediction right there. I almost put all 4 of them are going to have 10 plus sacks, and I was like, nah, that's a real bold prediction to have all 4 of them. But 3 of those 4,
I know Fowler's capable of doing it. Parsons obviously capable of doing it.
And Ezraku, we already said, is going to be defensive rookie of the year. So he's going to have to.
If he's going to be defensive rookie of the year, he's going to have to have.
If he comes away with 10 to 12 sacks this year, it's very possible he's going to be rookie of the year. But okay, back to number 2. I'm bouncing back to that other one. I did some research on this. Like I said, we like to bring some facts. There's been a few teams in the past that have had 3 pass rushers with 10 plus sacks. Okay, it is not out of the question whatsoever. And one thing a lot of people are forgetting about is Sam Williams is a stud.
Oh yeah,
he's just either been hurt or suspended. Yeah. But they say this year he's got his head on straight. But when that dude plays football, son, he plays with his hair on fire, Jack.
Yeah,
and he comes after that quarterback. And just the same as like blocking punts and stuff like that. Now he might get you a couple roughing the punters, but roughing the kickers, but still he comes after him. But Williams is a stud. He's going to get him some this year.
Yeah.
Fowler's proven. Micah's proven. So you got 2 of them right there that I'm pretty sure both of them are going to have 10 plus. I know Micah's going to. Fowler's probably going to. So now we
get enough playing time between the forward.
They will. They rotate them a lot. So that's the number 2. Williams, Fowler, Micah, Ezraku. 3 of the 4 are going to have 10 plus sacks. That's a good number. I would love to see it.
Oh, yeah.
And that's going to have to happen if we want to get, what's that one, number 11, Dallas defense leads the team in sacks, or leads the league in sacks.
Yeah.
So you get that, if number 2 comes to pass, number 11 is going to come to pass too.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So the last one is Dak wins, and I know all you're going to thinking right now, he's about to say MVP, but I'm not going to say MVP. He's going to win Comeback Player of the Year.
Yeah,
he's going to win Comeback Player of the Year. I'm going to post. There's another video. I think I said it earlier. Same video. I don't remember if I did or not. Same video. Where I'll post it right here. It's a thumbnail of where we talked about Dak. Every year he gets hurt, the very next year he comes back slinging.
Yeah.
Okay. Just go watch that video, and it shows the stats to prove it. It backs it all up. He gets hurt. The next year he goes off. He gets hurt. The next year he goes off. Well, he got hurt last year, so what's that this year? He's going off, bud.
I tell you, he's got a great chance of getting comeback player.
Yeah, if he leads the league in touchdowns this year, and it's a very good chance he could lead the league in yards. He's done that before as well. He does that, he's gonna get comeback player of the year. So that's what we had for you today. We like to do those quick hitter videos, something a little interesting that y'all like to look at. We like to bring a little bit of facts. We like to bring a little bit of what we have to think about it. We like to hear what you guys think about it.
Y'all got any predictions for us?
Which one of these is not going to make it, or which are we really stretching it? You know, if all of these come to pass, we're going to win the Super Bowl. Okay, so get ready for that. But we're going to keep this. Obviously, we'll have this video, and then at the end of the year, we're going to revisit this and see how many of these we got right. I got about 5 or 6 other ones. We might make another little video about a few other ones that I wanted to put on here, but I didn't want to make this video 30 minutes long. A lot of people, a lot of you guys, you know, you're busy and you just want to see like, hey, here's watch this 10-minute video or 15-minute video. You got time to do that. You know what I'm saying? Is watching 30-minute video over somebody talking about what some old boy did in practice the other day that makes absolutely has nothing to do with anything going on with really what the Cowboys are going to play like this year.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I heard somebody said this about somebody in practice. Like, who cares? I'm sure they say all kinds of stuff about everybody in practice. I'm sure they talk trash all the time. Who gives a squat? I don't care. I want to know about. I like to hear predictions. I like to see stats. I like to see. I like to hear what people think is going to happen, and then I want to see them back their thoughts up, and that's what we try to do here. Okay, that's what we try to do. So if you would, please like, subscribe, comment, hit that notification button, and we're going to come back and see you guys again pretty soon. As you can see, like I said, we got some stuff going on here. We got more stuff coming in. If y'all want to send us some stuff to sit on this table, we'd be happy to set it up here.
Yeah.
But, you know, whatever y'all want, if you want to send something to us, give a hold of me and we'll give you our address and we'll pop something up here. But we got a bunch of stuff coming. And then as this goes on a little bit, we're going to give some of the stuff away that's on the wall and then we'll replace it with other stuff.
Yeah.
So, but we want to try to get to that 500 subscriber mark. You guys have been doing great helping us out with that. So anyway, that's what we got. Like, subscribe, comment, hit notification button, and we will see you guys again next week.